Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Salesforce Advanced Administrator Certification. I have passed my Salesforce Administrator certification back in April of last year. I didn't make a video about it last year during my little hiatus, but I'm here to make a video about it now. This is my experience taking the exam. We're going to take a look at what the exam covers and how I prep for the exam, and then my thoughts on how it compares to other certifications. For anyone that doesn't know, I have 5 Salesforce certification. That's Admin, Advanced Admin, Platform App Builder, Business Analyst, and the new AI Associate exam. So we're going to be diving all into that. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. I'm putting out new Salesforce content all the time. And let's jump right into this. So first, we're going to take a look at the actual what the exam covers. This is the exam guide. There's a link to this in the description of the video if you want to take a look at it. But this is the Salesforce Certified Advanced Administrator exam guide. There's a bunch of helpful links that you can take a look at. There is a trailhead out there for it as well. So looking at kind of what the exam covers, you can see the breakdowns here. You can click into each one and it has different kind of bullet point items that you can review and take a look at. So starting top to bottom, we have security and access for 20%. An example of this would be compare and contrast the capabilities of custom profiles, permission sets, and delegated administration. Next is objects and applications, 19%. You can probably guess what that's about. Schema builder, object creator, junction objects, all that fun stuff. Next, we have auditing and monitoring at 10%. That covers determining appropriate tools for monitoring and troubleshooting system activities. So think debug log and how to do audit trails. Then we have cloud applications at 11%. So distinguish and understand the implications and capabilities of forecasting and territory management. Hint, hint, that's very important for this section, the territory management part. They ask a lot about that. And they also have a lot with the chat and the case feed and all the console stuff and omnichannel as well. Data and analytics is analytics management is 13%. And you understand methods to connect to access, backup, restore, or archive data outside of Salesforce. So think big objects, data warehouse, external objects, data lakes, third-party solutions, and Salesforce Connect. The smallest section is the environment management and deployment. So we're talking sandboxes. So describe the capabilities and best practices for using chain sets to move metadata between environments. Lastly is process automation. Think flows. So given a scenario, identify the appropriate tool or method for troubleshooting declarative automation. And that's at 20%. So you can see the top 3 biggest sections are process automation, security and access, and object and applications. Just those alone get you to 59%. If you got every question on those, you'd be at 59. And I believe the exam passing grade for this exam is 65. I was wrong. So just focusing on those 3 big sections will get you there. But obviously you want to do as well as you can on this exam. Now, there are some other helpful things on this site if you haven't looked at it before, but some things to consider is you need your Salesforce Administrator exam as a prereq for this certification. It tells you that up here. So if you don't have your regular admin certification, you will need to get that. As you can see, it mentions that right here. Test is $200 and retake fee is $100. 60 multiple choice exams with 5 non-scored questions that they use for testing. I'm sure you're very familiar with that. Now, how did I study for the exam? I did do quite a few of the trailheads. They are helpful, but I've recommended it for most of my exams that I've taken. It is focus on Force, their Advanced Administrative Certification Study Guide, and then adding in like the exams they have, the practice exams. I think it comes out to around $40, something like that for both. Super helpful. They have plenty of slides, hundreds of pages of PowerPoint slides with text and data that you can read. Also has videos. And then the practice exams, in my opinion, are invaluable. You have access for up to 12 months. I'm not affiliated with them in any way at all. Love to be, but I'm not. They are super awesome and have flashcards. Highly recommend it. I think it does a great job of getting you prepped up, but it's not going to get you all the way there. I'd also recommend, with the trailheads, not only doing those, but also doing stuff in your sandbox. Um, Doing some test projects are always super helpful, and I would highly recommend that. Now I want to talk about, my personal experience taking the exam. So as far as the advanced admin goes, I think it is more difficult than the regular admin exam, first off. But I kind of feel like it is very similar to Platform App Builder. I find that certification to be very valuable, and I think Platform App Builder is just underrated in general. That's my opinion. But Advanced Admin is a great certification. Think you're going to go do basically it's the admin certification again, but each topic is a little bit more in depth, and they're going to want more detail with those. It's less general questions. So, my advice is if you are already working in a Salesforce role and you're thinking about getting this certification, you have a year of experience working as an admin, the certification is actually going to be relatively easy for you depending on what standard functionality you're using. You may need to go through and brush up on some things. Maybe you're not using cases to their full functionality, or you're not using territory management at all, and you're going to need to know that for this exam. Then you need to brush up on it. But if you're an admin and you've been doing admin work for at least a year, brush up on it. I think you'll be fine. If you are someone that just has their admin certification and you've never worked as an admin and you're trying to get this cert, it's going to be more difficult. For me, I had worked as an admin for over 2 years before I got this certification. And for me, it was relatively about 3 weeks of studying, 2.5 weeks, and I was able to pass this exam. I'm not saying it's an easy exam, but I had 2 years of experience working as an admin every day under my belt. So if you don't have that experience, you need to really study the study material from Focus on Force, doing the trailheads, doing practice projects. That will really, really help you. Now, how valuable is the certification? I think advanced admin is so valuable. Think of like the regular admin certification. That's like the basic checkbox you need to check to get a position. Advanced admin to me signifies that you care about extending your education. It does check a box on your resume, but as far as like helping you in the day to day, I don't know how much it'll actually help you, but it will help you on your resume, your LinkedIn. It will make you look like you're at that next level admin, especially if you don't have a ton of experience under your belt. Maybe you only have 2 or 3 years, but you got that advanced admin, regular admin, maybe even platform app builder. Makes you more marketable. So I would highly recommend this exam. It is challenging, regardless of if you do have experience or not. I'm not trying to downplay that, so I don't want it to come off that way. But if I made a video previously where I was studying for my developer certification, which I still have not earned my developer certification. I made the decision in March of 24 to transition to studying for the advanced admin. And within 3 weeks, I sat for the exam and passed it. And I think it was well worth my time. And I think it was well worth my time because it helped me earn or get my next Salesforce position, my second one, which I'm in now in a completely different sector. So I cannot speak highly enough of this exam. So make sure there's links for Focus on Force. There's links for the Trailhead Exam Guide. Make sure you check that out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments box below. I really appreciate you taking time to watch this video. More videos are coming soon, just kind of a heads up. I'm looking at doing some more how-to videos coming very soon. I also need to make a video talking about earning my business analyst certification and earning the AI associate exam or certification. So that video will be coming out very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. But thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one.